following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
It is Washington Wednesday. Time to ride on into the SWBC podcast studio.
What is Heckma doing?
Ride my horse.
I'm scared.
I'm riding my horse.
I saw him on the script. What is going on?
Riding my horse, Everson.
Not sure what he's doing over there. It's back to work Wednesday.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And welcome to
Just
Mick
walk
Shots.
in, man.
This apparently is also a software update Wednesday. All my devices have software updates today.
Okay.
Everything's different on my phone, on my iPad, in my truck. Everything's different today.
It makes it better.
Yeah.
The software update.
Once you figure out where everything is,
Oh, my God.
they move everything around.
Bill Jones.
What was wrong with the way we had it before?
Hey, Bill
Why would we have
Jones.
to have a software
That
update?
sounds like an old dude.
Yeah, you got plenty of grandkids that can show you where all your they call it widgets now. You can compartmentalize.
right.
Can't hide any money there, boy. You got all the stuff. Car updates. Look at this. Can't hide money.
That's the benefit of having kids and grandkids, right?
Mm-hmm. Even at age 4, the grandsons know how to fix things.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
right.
It's like they're born.
Because they
Born to do
spend
that.
so much time looking at devices all the time. So anyway, that's how you
Electronic
babysit 'em.
babysitter.
That's right.
Just hope they learn to talk.
Yeah.
They do,
Yeah.
fortunately.
Yeah, not to each other.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But that's another topic for a different podcast.
That's
Are
right.
you sure? Come on, let's spend a half hour talking about
Yeah, we do all the
Come
time.
on, let's
anyway.
do it. What are you talking about?
Let's go off the rails like we always do. It's a Wednesday. Nobody cares about what's going on outside or inside.
Well, like I said, it's a back-to-work Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
There will be football players on a football field very shortly here
there
at
will
the
be.
Star in Frisco.
Yes, there will.
Coach will be doing a press conference.
Yep. During the course
30
of
minutes.
During the course of this show, we'll give you updates on what Brian Schottenheimer says at his Wednesday press conference.
With his comprehensive injury update.
There will be nothing comprehensive about it. It won't be until later this afternoon when we get our first practice report of the week, where we'll get some details on who's not practicing, who's limited in practice. Which one of the interesting things this week, of course, are the lead wide receivers going to be playing on Sunday for both teams.
Yes.
C.D. Lamb and Terry McLaurin, who's missed the last 3 games for the Commanders.
Let's not forget Cavante Turpin.
We won't
That's
forget.
his boy, man.
He got to have
He be
one.
on
If he's
turf,
going to
man.
have one,
I love it.
hey, I'm glad Turk made
It's
it,
a
man.
short guy thing. It's a short guy thing. Right?
Yes.
Glad Turk
It's a
made it,
short
man.
guy thing.
Turk made the cut.
It's also the guy that had a 99-yard kickoff return
Against these guys.
The
One of the
spin
most
move.
amazing I've ever seen. I mean,
Was that the spin move?
That's the
That
spin
was,
move.
yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
the 360. And they fell for it.
Yeah.
And it
Actually, they had 2 kickoff returns
right.
for touchdown.
That's right. Who had the other one?
Wanye Thomas.
That's right.
Or as they say, yay.
worked. Yay.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay Thomas.
Yay.
Okay, yay. I don't know if I take yay. Yay's taken by another.
Mickey's woke.
Woke today.
I woke up. That was good.
Woke today. Yeah, we got that.
Okay, so without looking at the rundown, I did look at it earlier.
I appreciate that, Bill.
Off memory.
Well, you started it, so you got also Mingo, by the way. They could move him if they want.
This is his last week, right?
This is his.
The third week.
I thought
for
this
Kim and Kalen Carson.
I thought they've already. This is.
Check it out.
It's been 4.
I mean, they got to make a decision right now, right?
It's in
Yes.
the rundown.
Yes.
today.
That's what.
That's what you
I don't
meant.
want it.
Yeah.
I'm going to let them talk. I didn't
Well,
see
this
it
is
yet.
important stuff. Very important
CD's
stuff.
return.
Jonathan Mingo and Kalen Carson, you recall, they started their 3-week practice window 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So now a decision has to be made on putting them on the active roster or not, right?
And one of the reasons why they released Jalen Cropper, they
Which
opened
that
up
was news yesterday.
A roster.
Yeah, one less Jalen.
So they opened up a roster.
He'll be back.
He'll be on.
In
the
fact, he's
practice
probably
squad.
back already.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know if he cleared waivers
Yeah.
yet,
Well, like,
but they're counting on
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I may be in this by myself when it comes down to other wide receivers coming back. CD's the only guy that I'm thinking about right now, and I've been waiting ever since what George Pickens has been doing. I'm saying to myself, "Oh my God, can you believe what this is going to look like when CD comes back?" Because you found that connection between he and Dak. And now I just feel like it's just going to be greater that they are back. Now, I do believe that you are going to need that fourth wide receiver. I'm calling the third wide receiver our tight end. But that fourth wide receiver has to etch out his place. And whether it's Mingo, Flournoy, whoever it is.
Turpin.
Or whoever it is.
See, he just purposely just a little guy.
There's some
right?
other guys out there.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
I'm
really
just
remember
no
their names.
other guy.
No, we're talking about Mingo. I just wanted to make sure that I put it in proper
let's just
perspective.
be and just to put the Mingo and Carson in the proper perspective. I mean, this is a decision that impacts the rest of the season.
Yes.
For Mingo and Carson. Okay, they opened up their 3-week window, and so they have 3 weeks to make a decision on whether to put them on the active roster now or they're lost for the rest of the season.
And
They're on
both-
injured reserve for the rest of the season. So that's we're not talking about this week or anything like that. We're talking about they're 6 games down. They got 11 games to go, and they got to make a decision on whether these 2 players are going to be available for them for the rest of the season.
And how many wide receivers can you carry on the roster? Because if Mingo and Turpin get put on, you've got one open spot. Somebody's got to go.
Yeah.
And then on game day, how many receivers are you going to keep active? 5, 6? Those are decisions that are going to have to affect what they do.
Well, we know one of those wide receivers is going to be on special teams, and that's Kevontae Turpin.
Yeah.
So that's one slot that's taken. What about the other 2 guys? Will they be on special teams as well? And I believe Jalen Tolbert is special teams guy also. So Mingo is the guy that I'm saying, does he make any contributions on special teams to get that
He's
jersey?
big enough to.
Oh, he's huge.
Bigger,
But
fast.
they've found out that Flournoy can.
Boom.
So
I mean, the key on Mingo is it was just last week, right, where he didn't participate. He was making good progress, and then I think it was last Thursday he didn't participate. And so the question on both those players, Carson and Mingo, is where are they in their rehab? And again, it's not about this week. It's about will you need them 4 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, or and where their injury rehab is, it takes them, and whether to shut them down for the entire season or not.
So the importance at that position, right? You got wide receivers.
Because you got moves you can make to clear a spot.
But Kalen Carson, if he's ready to go and they think of what I think they think of him, is there room in the cornerback room for him?
What do they think of him?
They like him.
We liked him last year, but
Yeah, and then he got hurt, remember?
Yeah.
And then he lost his confidence.
Yes, he did.
So is Kalen Carson better than Stewart?
Yeah.
Is he better than
Bridges.
Bridges?
I mean, there's moves they can make,
Higher
and
Elam.
there are guys that you can waive, and then you can sign them to the practice squad, just like in the Jalen Cropper. There's a move at wide receiver that he'll clear waivers and go to the practice squad. And,
Right.
Well,
So
I think
decisions to make.
right.
cornerback wise, when you talk about a guy losing his confidence and coming off of injury, I don't know how much confidence you put in him as a player at this point. I mean, he's coming onto a defense that's already struggling in the run game and passing game. And so I think Reddy Stewart has shown you, being that nickel corner that he is, obviously a really good tackler, a guy in short area. He can handle himself. I guess the biggest reinforcement that you need is for your 2 star cornerbacks to get healthier, because they just haven't. Something's going on. Whether it's Bland or Diggs, something's going on with these guys.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of we talk about
Playing
ramping
football.
up all the time. I haven't had that type of injury. I was blessed to not have to deal with anything with my legs. So I don't know what their mindset is when it comes to coming back and being confident in that leg or that knee or that ankle, whatever it is.
Have you ever lost confidence in yourself, though?
No.
Hell no.
Because I was physically there. You know, but I never. There were times when you played hurt, but you know, I had already established myself. So these guys are young. When you start off young with injuries, and now here it is, you stepping up to this level. There's two things you got to deal with. You got to deal with yourself and your confidence, but also you got to deal with that guy on the other side who ain't like what I was dealing with in college.
Yeah.
So, you know.
The problem is to guys that are struggling in our defensive backfield is that this week they have a challenge in Deebo Samuels. People forget about this guy for some reason. Deebo Samuels is a Washington Commander, and he is a guy that can also line up in the backfield and also line up at the slot receiver. And, oh, by the way, they also have a tight end in Zach Ertz, and we know how we feel about, you know, our safeties man-to-man on any time.
And he could return kickoffs.
Just saying.
Look at
the
it.
problem.
So you're saying things are looking up? They're not looking up?
Hey, I'm trying to just serve it how it's coming to me, man, so you know.
So when you're looking at the corners, at one point late in the game, they kind of were doing what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But is it the best thing? They moved Bland into the slot.
Okay.
You got Diggs outside, and then they had Elam at the other spot. So when you're thinking about who to release if Kalen Carson comes in, Carson's kind of an outside guy. So is he better than Elam? If they want Bland to go in the slot on the nickel, then who's the other outside?
Then that's a good question, because I have this question for you. As far as Kyer Elam is concerned, his reps have been going down game by game.
Sure have.
Right.
So is that, I mean, I
But
guess
that
you kind
was
of opened the
because
door.
Diggs and Bland were playing outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but in the nickel situation, you just said you bump Bland down, and then Elam comes on. Could that be the space then for
Carson? Then that's where they would have to make that decision,
Well,
right?
what about Bridges?
And Bridges,
I mean,
Bridges
was waived by the Chargers. He was already out there, and the Cowboys picked him up.
Right.
I mean, and Bridges isn't playing on defense.
Well, they actually, I think I saw in a couple downs they played dime, so they had 1, 2, 3, 4 corners.
He didn't have any snaps on defense this week.
Bridges, right?
Bridges. He had 26. What did he have? 20 snaps in the Chicago game on defense,
And that was it.
and 6 snaps in the Giants game. So it's been 3 games where he has not played on defense. And so that's the move.
Yeah,
with
right. That
Carson.
makes it easy
Yeah.
to decide who's playing where.
Mm-hmm. And so Bridges is the most what it is. It's the one who's most unlikely to get picked up by somebody else, and you can put him on the practice squad, and then you got him available to elevate or whatever whenever you need him.
God, it just seems like we're just talking about bodies.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We're
all
not
we
even talking about competency.
No, we're not talking about
what
playmaking.
about Bridges? What about Bridges?
What about him?
And see, and there's 31 other.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, but there's that's the point is there's 31 other teams in the league doing the exact same thing. You know, where with these new rules on injured reserve and stuff, it's a fluid thing. So it's no big deal that to do what they did yesterday, waive Jalen Cropper, and then he'll be back. I mean, their injuries will happen, and Cropper will be back on the 53 within a couple of weeks, probably. I mean, it's just the way it works in the league.
I guess so, because we have 2 stellar cornerbacks. Let's just call it what it is. Diggs and Bland are stellar. So the other guys, they're just fill-ins. You know, I want that guy to come in and make some plays. I haven't seen anybody making plays yet. I could see probably some coverages may have caused a sack somewhere, you know, but I don't think that's happened a whole lot except for in the Jets game. I want to see some guys come in and bat the ball down, get an interception.
There's one guy that they're counting on to do that's not on the roster right now, and that's the 3rd round pick.
Yes, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But these other guys, man, I mean.
And when he's ready, are you going to put him
out there?
When he's ready, are you going to put him out there? Because there's no.
He's a rookie.
'Cause they haven't started his.
I'm glad you held that cuss word back.
No, I'm glad I jumped in.
I mean, you know, I wonder what the mindset is of guys who just come in and you know they throw you in there or don't. And, you know, you're just there floating around, man. That's just not a career to have. And I guess I was spoiled in that manner because we didn't have all of that going on when I was playing.
Yeah, okay. Was it 3 years ago now? When Bland's rookie year, he was one of these guys just floating around for about half the season.
Yeah.
And then there was a Jordan Lewis injury, and then this 5th-round draft pick got a Fresno State, Sacramento State, wherever he came. He came both schools. All of a sudden, this guy looks pretty good.
But he was healthy.
He was healthy. But I'm saying is, he was a guy that was floating around, not getting an opportunity yet because everyone else was healthy.
That's true.
And then somebody got hurt. He got his chance, and he made the most of his chance.
Yeah.
So maybe there's one. Maybe Bridges is that guy. Maybe someone else is that guy.
Maybe Carson. Maybe Carson.
And
maybe
remember,
Carson. I mean,
Anthony Brown got hurt, and then Bland had to go play outside because he was in the slot originally.
Anthony Brown's another example. Going back, he was a 6th-round draft pick. I was going back looking at the 20. For some reason, I looked up. I was looking at the defense and thinking about, okay, what did this defense look like when they had a really good team that won the division and they went 13-3? What this defense look like then?
Yeah.
And I was looking at 2016. Oh, there's Anthony Brown out there.
Right.
And so we bring up Anthony Brown just now. Anthony Brown was one of those guys. He was a 6th-round draft pick out of Purdue. Nobody had any expectations his rookie year, and he plays a lot, and I was looking at the Green Bay game in the 2016 season, and he was basically starting out there,
Yesterday we did the Tank Lawrence appreciation. Jordan Lewis at the nickel corner is being able to feel that. We're still in a place where we're trying to find that. And Deron Bland coming back from injury obviously gives you a leg up to that regard. But I just think that we still haven't been able to find that piece that fits the same way that Jordan Lewis did in that defense.
Maybe we did get spoiled. You expect guys to just come out and have confidence in themselves and say, okay, I'm next man up. But, right now we're just throwing so much pasta up against the wall, man. I just want to see someone come through and make some plays. And I think it's more dire now because our defense is playing so badly.
And there's 2 players that you mentioned. One got, much as we focus on Micah and what he got at Green Bay, his contract, Jordan Lewis got 3 years, $30 million at Jacksonville, and DeMarcus Lawrence got 3 years, $42 million at Seattle. And when your salary cap strapped, you can't afford.
And those things happened before they were able to make room with Parsons being traded.
So I want us to look at, as much as, you got a Brown that might come out of this, you have a Bland that might come out of this as far as the DBs are concerned. I don't want them just don't throw anything at it. I want to see, I know they are in their own way, being strategic on who they try and bring in.
Well,
I understand that.
The thing that's got to happen is Diggs and Bland have to get back to playing like Diggs and Bland can play. That's what's got to happen. You can cover one of the corners and help out. You can't cover 2 of them, or 3, by the way. And that's what they were doing with all this zone defense.
And I'll just throw this out there, and without talking about any specific players, because we can't with the trade deadline approaching. Just look at the rosters. Look at the rosters of those teams that are 1-5 right now, and look for players that are in the last year of their contract. And you might, and they're who are starting and playing significantly, and that's a place where you might be able to find a player who can come in right now and do something.
Well, with the parity in this league right now, yes, that's good for picking up veterans in that manner. That scenario could come about
cheaply.
Yeah, that's right.
Because those teams just want to get something for.
So you're basically looking for a rental there. But the first thing that has to happen is there are 1, 2, 3 games being played before the trade deadline, and you can't be losing these 3 games and fall to what would be 2-6-1. Then you're not looking for a player like that. You got to win games and starting Sunday against Washington.
Yeah, these next 2 games are really big as far as the trade deadline is concerned because Commanders and then the Broncos. Obviously, and this is fantasy world here, if you pull out these 2 victories, then I think that completely changes how you're looking at the rest of your season.
Then you're 4-3-1. You're above 500 with Arizona coming in here.
It depends on how you win it. It depends on how
you win it.
Yeah, because if your defense is still giving up a bunch of points, and our offense, as Mickey said, ends up doing 40, 45 points. Let's say we overcome our own defense. That still doesn't
Yeah,
bode
but if
well.
you look around the league, there's a whole bunch of other teams that are in that same boat.
But ours is consistently bad in one area. And that's where the problem is. If you're still consistently bad in one area, but we still win these 2 games, you're still in the same situation. You still got to find somebody on defense.
Right.
We're still in the same situation.
But that would encourage you to do it if you won those games.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, but
you
you
got a
still didn't get
chance.
any better. Let's say, once again, using my scenario, scoring well, and in spite of your own defense, you still need you're going to still need some cornerbacks or linebackers or linemen or whatever it is. And that's the problem I'm talking
Anything on defense.
See what I'm saying? And see?
You got me. I'm stuck because it's like if you win it, you're saying you can't just win it. You got to win it a certain
If
way.
you don't show defensively any improvement,
So if it's
then
like
you still have
45 to 40, and you're giving up 40, you're still in the same.
Well, how's the defense look? Well,
Well, then it becomes obvious you need help there.
It's already obvious,
yes,
Bill.
it's already obvious.
and Jerry said yesterday they got the ammo to do whatever they need on defense.
You got
Oh
that.
man, they call them delusional.
What?
That's what they said.
Ammo.
Yeah, no, because they said that statement was delusional.
No, it
because-
wasn't. He has the ammo to do something, right?
Okay,
Not just
so why don't we
draft capital.
Because we got to see
But
if
they
we
got
win these
money.
games. we got to see if we're in the hunt come the trade deadline.
Well, if you start,
Well, they say keep your powder dry, right? Keep your powder dry. That's what we're doing. We're keeping our powder dry.
well,
Right?
if you put out a wanted ad now, they're going to be charging you a lot, right?
No,
He doesn't want to
we
give
have
up
that
the
much
first round
luxury.
draft pick.
And no one else is going to get rid of somebody this soon, right? So
This is one of the more unique moments in Cowboy history to where you have an offense playing so well and their defense is just letting them down week after week. I usually we're a little bit more balanced and it's not that far out of whack. This is like the first time I've seen this happen in quite some time to where we're so efficient
this
offensively.
disparity is large.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hadn't seen that much.
Okay, CD's return, will it boost, or how much can it boost what is already going great on this Cowboys offense when we come back here on Mix Shots in a moment?
Since we took care of the defense.
Scripted right there.
Yeah.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to Cowboys Drops, where you can win game tickets, autographed items, exclusive experiences, and more. Download the app now to join.
Okay, I heard this description this morning. Tell me what you think of it. Here's 6 games into this season.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that is a playoff contender. I mean, they're sitting there right around 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it has average to below average overall talent.
Mm-hmm.
It's way below average on defense, but it is way above average at quarterback, and that gives them a chance.
Always.
What do you think of that?
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the quarterback always gives you a chance.
Mm-hmm.
The offense always gives you a chance.
What team am I describing?
Cowboys.
Washington. It was a Washington. I went behind enemy lines, and that's how they were describing the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree.
These teams are basically mirror images of each other in terms of talent, way below. I mean, because they're saying the same things in Washington about their defense that we're saying about this defense here, and the quarterback gives him a chance because he is way above average.
I don't like that for Dan Quinn because most
Right.
head coaches that their forte is either offense or defense, and their defense is struggling. That doesn't.
But
bode
that's the
well for him.
perspective of media and fans in Washington about the Washington team.
Well, and it also points out that you can't make mistakes with your best unit offense. They turned the ball over 3 times in that loss to the Bears.
And the last one was not caused by the defense.
Yeah. Maybe a wet ball or just being careful.
Well, Jaden Daniels said that he lost focus. He wasn't focused like he should have been focused in that situation.
Yeah, and the quarterback's got to say that.
I was going to say, is that just falling on the sword? Or is that accurate?
But I mean, I think that's how he explained how it happened. Is I lost focus, and it makes sense. He's a kind of a. Which I think is a good thing. He's so nonplussed. He is so, but it comes across as being casual.
Right.
How he approaches things.
He's like a flatliner.
Yes. Yeah.
Hadn't caught up with him yet in the media, but he's a young guy. I love him. I didn't have him high on the draft board when he came out of LSU, but boy did he surprise me last season. But it seems like this season he's going through a bit of those growing pains that you may have expected last season. And the injuries,
missed 2 games.
The great equalizer, and going up against Mickey's Bears. I mean, it was one of those games where you started to see Mickey's Bears.
Somebody else walking.
Yeah, Mickey's Bears.
And he had his top.
He just tried to throw that out there
and he didn't have, and he didn't have that either. So I just thought that was, I'm like, man, he does look human after all.
Well, I mean, let me tell you something. And Dak found that out. You can come into this league with your expertise all you want, but you have to adapt also. He came in thinking he can just run all over everyone, which he could. Guy's fast, man. I mean, he's a heck of a running quarterback, but he wasn't running smart. In the league, they make you get smart. Now he has to adapt. He's not, hopefully, against us, he doesn't start running all over the place again. But that was part of his strength. Now he needs to temper that down a little bit because you don't want to come up against defenders all the time at your size. And then I'm at my size. That's a whole different thing.
You better get out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to get out of bounds. And that has kind of tempered also the expectation on what he can do on the field. So the fans now, they're a little bit nervous for him all the time. And he should be nervous all the time when he runs the ball. He ain't that big. No. He ain't that big, but he's a hell of an athlete.
Yes,
so now he has to play within himself after making those adjustments of not being that runner.
And that's what all those running quarterbacks have to face.
They have to.
Right? Am I making a good business decision to keep running and running?
And you see the older ones.
The odds.
The older ones are the ones.
I'll stay in the pocket.
Yeah, I think I'll slide now as opposed to trying to slide later.
And man, when do guys learn? I think RG3, classic example of a guy that came into the league, had great to decent arm, but what he could do running the ball, I think really kind of changed his career. And then all of a sudden he runs into the Baltimore Ravens and almost loses it all.
That's right.
You know,
That's
in
right.
a play. And again,
that
Jaden Daniels, again, his legs, I think that's the greatest asset. And here we come in with our defense that is struggling so mightily. It may be that game that he's probably sitting back licking his. No, but he's got to be sitting back saying, all right, this has got to be the week for me as a player that I can get this offense going, because they've been kind of struggling.
They're struggling because of his injury.
Well,
he is not the same quarterback unless he's a dual threat. He's not the same quarterback unless he can show you he's a dual threat. And right now that has been, kind of taken down a little bit.
Is this guy, is it Ja'Cory Krosky?
It's Bill.
Bill?
It's Bill.
It's Bill. Okay.
Pronounced Ja'Cory Bill.
Ja'Cory Bill. All right.
Yeah, forget the Ja'Cory. It's just Bill.
All right. My man Bill, he's a pretty good running back.
Uh-huh.
I like him. And I feel like, in a game where you gave up 216 yards on the ground last week, the attention to stopping the run this week has to be all about stopping Bill. I don't want to say kill Bill, but you got to stop.
I like that.
Hit Bill. All right, you got to get Bill. And you obviously, we've been talking about quarterbacks when, coverage breakdown, and that hadn't happened in a while. But when the quarterback takes it upon himself to pick up yards, and you were just talking about this with Jaden Daniels and him being slight of size, but also being a guy that's coming back from injury. I still believe that in this game, you have to worry about him. Now, I don't know if you spy Jaden Daniels the same way you would, Lamar Jackson or someone like that, but he makes.
I think if you're talking right now, he's a better athlete than Lamar, as far as his youth is concerned. Okay. You can see Lamar doesn't get out of those same traps like he used to.
Speaking of injuries.
Yeah, he doesn't get out of those same traps like he used to. It's just a little different. Now you have a guy, younger legs. Yeah, I think right now he's a better athlete than Lamar. I'm not saying he's a better quarterback, a better athlete than Lamar Jackson.
And it's got to give the offensive coordinator pause of calling running plays for your quarterback on purpose.
Everything's
not as just escaping.
Yes.
They're calling quarterback draws.
Yes.
And I'll guarantee you, if the Cowboys come out with that wide splits on their defensive line and leave the middle open, they're calling a quarterback draw.
And I would imagine if I'm a Redskins coach, I feel a little bit more confident about calling running plays for my running quarterback.
Right.
Than if I'm going against anyone else. And just tell them be smart enough to slide.
Say, get down, get out of bounds.
Not be running over anybody.
Because, we still have gaps in our defense. So if I'm Jaden Daniels, I'm not going to ignore that. I might feel a little bit more confident going against this defense.
They're second in the league in rushing. Washington is through 6 games.
That's because Daniels has already run for 176 yards.
Yeah, he's got but he's only averaging 4.9 yards a carry.
That's all.
That's nothing for him.
Bill's averaging 5.7 yards a carry. And then you got Jeremy McNichols. You know how many yards he's averaging a carry? 9.0.
Wow.
That's because he got a 60-yard run.
He's got 117 yards on 13 carries.
So we don't want to.
And Chris Rodriguez, their third guy, has 105 yards on 23 carries.
We don't want to call out the Cowboys' defensive stats now against that, do we?
No.
We do not.
No.
So what do you think they're going to do when they come in here?
You mean against the run?
They're going to run the ball heavy.
Let's just get ready for that.
Yeah, they're going to.
Let's just get ready for that. I'm sorry.
And get rid of those splits that Mickey's talking about. The one that leaves Kenneth Murray in the hole with just the center guard and tackle.
So what did we?
I forgot. Debo's got 45 yards on 8 carries too.
He's still going.
He's averaging.
And there's more.
Jaden has the lowest average of everybody who's touched the ball
which
for them.
Is scary. Which is scary.
All right, go ahead, Everson.
No. What do we do defensively now? What is your mindset as Eberflus? What do we play first? What do we play the run? Do we play the pass first? What do we play?
Yeah, they need to start defending the run.
Yeah, you got to.
That's this week. That's this week. Now, what did we say in week 2? Hey, man, we got to stop the pass.
Yeah, that's right.
So now here we are. Hey, guys, after 2 weeks of getting gashed.
Do what you did against Philadelphia.
Okay.
Well, first half.
Go back and get
after the weather hit in Philadelphia. Do what you did after the weather hit in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I don't think
they didn't score a bit the last.
If you're the defensive coordinator, you're thinking, what the hell do I do now?
Well, you choose. The last 3 games, opponents have rushed for 164, 144, and 216. But while doing so, they passed for 325, 234, and just 194.
What's the 194?
That was the last game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because they didn't need to pass.
They didn't have to. Basically, you have it your way.
They only passed on 4th and 3.
and it was successful.
Or for touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What a weird dynamic.
I mean, what do you do? You're Eberflus. What do you do? Okay, guys, what's the game plan this week? Same as last week.
Stop the run. It didn't happen, but I'm just saying that you got to take away something.
And we didn't.
Yeah.
Take away anything.
Yeah.
So what do you do as a defensive coordinator?
Tell the offense to score 40 points.
Would it be irresponsible for a defensive coordinator, frustrated like Eberflus, to just come out and just go totally against the norm? 10 men in the box. Let's go. I mean, come on. Let's put pressure. We don't do well without pressure. We don't do well with pressure. We don't stop the run. We don't stop, the pass. Why not, man? Let's just go all out. What they call it? Just burn the ground. What they call it? Just
scorched earth.
Scorch the earth. Scorch the earth. Because what do you have? What do you have? Let's see how a team can react to our change in our game plan.
Let's dictate it.
Let's dictate it. Mm-hmm. Why not?
You want me to tell you what not to do?
What is that?
That?
Missouri played Auburn in the SEC title game, and Auburn was running up and
Must
down
have been
the
a long
field.
time ago.
2013. Was that a
Cam
long
Newton.
time ago?
Yeah.
It wasn't Cam Newton.
Okay.
And the defensive coordinator decided he was going to play a 3-man front and have more linebackers.
Yeah.
So that their 320-pound offensive lineman can pick off my 200-pound linebacker. They ran for 500 yards.
Wow.
500
and so let's just
yards
think about that.
against a really good team.
He chose not to make an adjustment. I would imagine. You got to make an adjustment after a while, right?
The problem
How long are you going
was-
to play the three down line?
I was only 20 rows up from the bench, and he didn't hear me. Like, can we have some more guys on the offense?
Yeah, it didn't work. It's not working.
I told him what to
it's not
do.
working. After a while, you realize that's not working. Here we are now. It's not working.
And it got beat by 1 touchdown, 50 to 40-something.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Next up here on Mick Shots, it's CD's
Bill.
return.
No. I got something real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I got something real quick.
Okay.
It's going to make you guys feel a little bit better. Remember I asked you guys about playing a little game?
It's way back Wednesday.
No, who's your GOAT?
Okay.
Who's your GOAT?
Who's your GOAT?
All right, and this is preliminaries right now.
Okay.
And this is going to be real quick, guys. Nothing long. I'm going back to 74 right away, okay? This player was taken in the first round by the Baltimore Colts, ended up playing for the Dallas Cowboys in a trade in 79, played from 79 to 87. He is a defensive tackle, and his name is John Dutton. You played with John Dutton.
Yes, I did.
So we are matching John Dutton versus a 7th-round pick taken in 05, a 2-time All-Pro, first-team All-Pro defensive tackle, and he is Jay Ratliff. Preliminaries here. Who would you take, John Dutton or Jay Ratliff?
That's a good one.
At what point in their careers?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Mick, you got to just pick one. You got to pick one or the
Pick
other.
it next.
And we'll make our pick coming up next here on Mick Shots.
All right, there you go.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Match your favorite player with official on-field collections like Sideline, Crucial Catch, Salute to Service, and more. Visit Pro Shop near you or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com, a Fanatics experience, and stay ready for game day.
Okay, we're playing Who's the GOAT?
Who's your GOAT?
We got a comparison between
John
Dutton, who played with the Cowboys from 79 to 87. He was originally a first-round draft pick of the Baltimore Colts, first 5 years of his career there.
And he hated the flex defense.
Yeah, first team All-Pro once and second team All-Pro once as well. So I want to make sure I mention that.
How many Pro Bowls? He had 3 Pro Bowls, I think?
Pro Bowls, and Jay Ratliff had 4.
Yeah.
Pro
Really?
Bowls. Yes.
Nice.
So, who's your GOAT? Who you got?
My guy is John Dutton.
Going with John Dutton?
Yeah, I'm going with John Dutton. It wasn't just his ability to play the run. It was the fact that he was so damn big. And it really helped the secondary in regards to batted balls and things of that nature. I don't know how many batted balls he has, but he should have had a lot of them because he's right there in the middle of it, always being double teamed, and he was a guy that you did not want to play with.
And with too tall next to him, they couldn't see Everson.
No, they couldn't. And matter of fact, they knocked down some interceptions. They did.
That's a good one.
They did. They knocked down some interceptions. Now, they saved my ass a few times, but, man, there were times when they were just really on the road to where – and we're playing short.
Yeah.
You know, we're sitting down on routes, and we're ready to make the move. And man, Ed, John, just knocked him down.
All right, Bill, come on, tell me.
Oh, it's Dutton for me. Yeah.
Dutton also. Okay.
No, but take nothing away from Jay Ratliff.
Yeah.
And by the way, Ratliff was part of one of the best draft classes the Cowboys have ever had in 2005, starting with DeMarcus Ware and Marcus Spears in the first round, Kevin Burnett in the second round, you had Marion Barber in the fourth round, you had Chris Canty in the fourth round, and you're picking up a 4-time Pro Bowler out of Auburn in the seventh round, Jeremiah Ratliff. I mean, and the way he played as an undersized nose tackle in Wade Phillips' defense, I mean, take nothing away from him, but, I mean, John Dutton at 6'6" or whatever he was, and overshadowed by teammates that like Randy White and Too Tall Jones. Yeah. But it just.
What was Harvey? Harvey was 6'6", wasn't he?
Yep, and then Harvey, yeah. And so, I mean, that was a formidable front. Yeah. And Dutton was a primary part of that. But I would.
Dutton was a part of a system. And he played that system. This is Nate from Frisco.
Oh, we know who this is.
What just happened?
And
I'm like, whoa.
Jay Ratliff was the better athlete.
Lord
like, what? God, I didn't do it.
He was the better athlete. He was allowed to flourish a little bit more. Dutton came in, and he played the system, the flex very, very well. Now, he made a few plays here and there, but he was not the athlete or the player that Jay Ratliff was, and the defense allowed Jay Ratliff to come in and flourish within his defense. Dutton was valuable in what he did in trying to make the proper steps, and I can't speak better than, you got a guy right there, a true Hall of Famer that should be a Hall of Famer, knows exactly what this is. Some guys could come into the flex
Yeah.
and be very, very
That's right.
good at it.
Yeah.
But Randy White broke more flex rules because he saw the restriction of it, whereas Dutton played a long
Dutton was
time
able
because
to-
it helped, because he flourished within it.
Dutton was able to play the technique that gave Randy his freedom.
Yes.
Before Dutton came here, he was really a extremely active defensive lineman.
In fact, to that point.
Yeah.
And by the way, he was the 5th pick in the draft.
Yes.
Who was?
John Dutton.
Wow, for
Was
real?
the 5th pick in the draft in 1974.
Dutton was the man.
This
He was a huge man, though.
This was before sacks became an official stat in the NFL.
Right.
But the league leader in sacks, unofficially, in 1975 was John Dutton, credited with 14 sacks for the
Yes.
Baltimore Colts.
And
Yes,
that's why
that
I
was
was
the
saying
Colts.
he did not like the flex because he knew he had to sacrifice
That's right.
stats, and that's why I liked it.
Yes.
Big success.
I'm sorry.
Gave him the big-
I
But Mick,
shortchanged him. It was 14 games, 18 sacks
Wow.
for John Dutton.
So, Mick, who do you ride with, Mick?
Well, seeing that I only saw Dutton,
in the flex?
I don't know if it was still the flex, but his last 4 years with
it
the
was still the
Cowboys
flex.
when he was at the end of his
Still
career.
flex.
I saw all of Jay Ratliff.
Yes.
Although I must admit, I saw Dutton when he was at Nebraska.
Right.
Although I don't remember much.
What is he shucking corn?
He was shucking offensive linemen, I can tell you that.
But hey, you know what? And that's good to know. Great way to dig in, Bill, and get it going there. But we saw more of Jay Ratliff as a free a guy that can play within the scheme of the defense, and he had the room to move around. Whereas we saw Dutton limited. So that's why I go with Jay Ratliff.
And I'm going with Ratliff. Just
Come on,
because I
guys, y'all
saw it all. I
wait a minute.
saw it all.
Okay, so we
leaves
can't
it-
have.
What about you?
Okay.
So what's your answer?
You should,
I didn't see it.
you should
Look,
open the gates.
No,
Who you
I'm
saw.
only hosting the game.
No,
I can't.
You have to have
You got to
opinion.
answer
We're gonna
your own
split.
question.
We gotta
Come on, man.
Okay.
You're Richard Dawson. This is a family feud.
So I'm gonna have to really split the baby here. I'm gonna
can't
go with
split the baby.
I'm gonna go John Dutton then. There you go. I'm gonna go John Dutton. For everything that I just heard about the guy, and I hear that he had a scary voice to go with it. So
Oh, yeah, now he was mean. He was mean. Wasn't nothing nice about Dutton. He wouldn't even speak to his grandmother.
That's a mean man.
And he was the second best defensive lineman to come out of the Big
They
Eight.
said he would speak to his grandmother.
Wow.
Second best defensive lineman to come out of the Big Eight behind Leroy Selman.
All righty.
Yes.
All right.
My best memory of Dutton. Do you remember the preseason game in '86 against the Bears?
Okay.
When Randy White
London.
took it was '85.
Okay.
Randy White yanked the offensive lineman's helmet off in a preseason game and was ready to get in a fight.
Yeah.
And he bonked him on the head with it. He got thrown out, right? And Randy goes, afterwards, he told me, I didn't want to play in that game. It was too hot, so I was going to get out of it. The next day in the locker room, or Monday, they used to have the quadrant over there, him and Randy, and
Smerrick.
and Smerrick, yeah. And Dutton, everybody's talking to Randy about it, and his deep voice, right? He goes, yeah. And you know what Randy said to him when he left the field? I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Yeah, in the parking lot. There was a hesitation there.
Yeah, you know what came before a parking lot.
Can't find me in the parking
Tell you
lot,
what,
right?
Heckman, you better not be coming up with people you can't even give a response. I mean, you gonna
No, I
split the baby.
say, man,
come
that's what I'm
on.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I
I'm
want to be
calling
impartial to
folks
this
on you,
because
man.
my guys, I want them to answer. They got it. It wouldn't have been a split if it wasn't you in the back that had a vote. So,
But I was forced into this by Chris B.
yeah, right. Way for the nosebleed. Here you go.
Way to go, Nate.
There you go. All right.
And so tomorrow we will talk about the return of C.D. Lamb.
Yes, we will. There you
That's
go.
rundown number one. That's item number one that we never got to.
Schottenheimer say that? Oh, you didn't check.
I got distracted by John Dutton and Jeremiah Ratliff. All right. See you again tomorrow at high noon.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?